The Yankees have just made a decision that's got fans buzzing and analysts raising their eyebrows. It's one of those moves that doesn't always grab the front page, but if you know baseball, really know the game, you understand how significant this could be for the future of the franchise. Now, if this is news to you, don't worry. But if you're a real Yankees fan, chances are you're already familiar with what I'm about to dive into. So let's break it all down and talk about what this means, what it could become, and of course, whether or not this should get us excited. Let's start with George Lombard Jr., because this young man is making noise and the organization is clearly paying attention. He just got promoted from high A to double A, and when you look at his numbers, there's no doubt the kid earned it. In 24 games, he hit for a .329 average. That's not a typo. He's also racked up 10 extra base hits, including 1 home run, 1 triple, and 8 doubles, 13 runs batted in, 11 stolen bases, and an OPS just shy of 1,000, sitting a .983. That alone should make you perk up, but it doesn't stop there. He's also shown incredible plate discipline for a player at that level, with 23 walks and only 22 strikeouts. That's the kind of balance you rarely see from someone who's still making their way up the system. This promotion is big, not just for Lombard Jr., but for what it represents about the Yankees farm system. They're giving real attention to performance, not just names. It's not about hype anymore. It's about results. Now, will we see George Lombard Jr. in the majors this season? Probably not, unless he starts absolutely torching double-A pitching. I'm talking a batting average over 4.5, more for full eyes, and a ridiculous pace in stolen bases and power. It's unlikely he makes that jump this year. But let's entertain the idea for a second. Suppose he hits .350 in double-A, adds another 20 doubles, and swipes between 20 and 30 bags. That would be impressive, no doubt. Yet even with those numbers, the Yankees are probably not going to rush him. They've seen what happens when a young player gets called up too early before he's had time to adjust, to fail, and succeed in the minors. So for now, patience is the name of the game. And honestly, that's a good thing. Let him get comfortable. Let him dominate. Let him build confidence and grow his game at his pace. There's no reason to throw him into the fire unless it's absolutely necessary. Best case scenario, he tears it up in double-A, maybe gets a look in triple-A by the end of the season, and then shows up at spring training next year competing for a spot. Whether it's at third base, second base, or even shortstop, that'll depend on how the Yankees decide to shape their infield going forward. But the talent is there, the buzz is real, and this kid is coming. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about Anthony Volpe. Because while Lombard Jr. is climbing, Volpe is in the thick of the major league grind. And he's been through a storm lately. You probably remember that diving play he made, the one where he landed awkwardly and injured his shoulder. For a moment, it looked like it could be serious. Everyone held their breath. But thankfully, the latest updates are encouraging. He recently got a day off to rest, and the message from the coaching staff was clear. Take it easy, no swinging, and heal up. According to a report from MLB Network, Volpe could be back very soon. That's fantastic news, because despite the rough patch he's been through, Volpe is starting to look like himself again. It wasn't long ago that he was in a brutal slump. At one point, he was 7 for 54. That's not just a cold streak. That's borderline crisis mode. That kind of stretch drops your average to the 150 range, and you can't survive long in the majors hitting like that. But here's the thing. He didn't fold. He didn't disappear. He fought back. Right now, his OPS is sitting at .768. His OPS plus is 118. He's hit 5 home runs, and his average has climbed to .233. It's not elite, but it's respectable, especially when you factor in his power potential and his defense. A lot of people want to put Volpe in a box as just a contact hitter or a guy who should just focus on batting average. But let's not forget who this guy is. Outside of last year, he's been a power threat throughout his minor league career. 3 straight seasons with at least 21 home runs. That's not a fluke. That's a track record. So let's not limit him. Let's not say he has to hit .280 to be valuable. If he can put together an OPS between .780 and 800, that puts him in the same neighborhood as some of the top shortstops in the game. Look at Francisco Lindor, for example. Last year, Lindor had an OPS of 844 and hit over 30 home runs. His average wasn't spectacular, but his power and overall impact were massive. Volpe has that potential. He's got the glove, the speed, the swing. If he stays healthy and keeps trending upward, don't be surprised if he gets MVP consideration in the future. Not saying he wins it, but the votes will be there if he keeps this trajectory. Now, let's talk about a less fortunate situation. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is dealing with a setback, and it's a tough blow. Initially, it looked like he might bounce back quickly, but the latest reports suggest he's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. That's a significant absence, and it puts pressure on the roster. It opens up opportunities, sure, but it also creates uncertainty. One player's misfortune is another shot to prove themselves. BBOS, for example, recently got his first major league hit. That's a moment he'll never forget, and it could be the start of something bigger. And then there's PZA, another young player who could step into a more prominent role. Someone has to rise. With Jazz out, the Yankees need someone to step up, whether that's filling his position directly or making an impact elsewhere in the lineup. And speaking of reshuffling, DJ LeMahieu is inching closer to a return. That's a complicated topic. He's making $15 million a year, and while you never want to label a player a bust, last season was rough. His OPS was a dismal .527, and he just didn't look like the player we saw a few years ago. He's aging, he's had injuries, and you have to wonder if he can return to form. That's why this rehab stint is so important. The Yankees can't afford to carry a contract that heavy without production to match. And when he comes back, someone's going to have to go. Pablo Reyes is a name that comes up here. Offensively, he hasn't delivered, and his defense isn't elite enough to make up for it. With Cabrera capable of playing the outfield, Reyes becomes expendable. PZA, on the other hand, brings more to the table defensively and might be the smarter choice to keep around. This isn't just about plugging holes. This is about building the best possible version of the Yankees right now, while still looking ahead. Every decision matters. Who stays? Who goes? Who gets the reps? Because once Giancarlo returns, and yes, he's coming back soon, that designated hitter spot is locked up. That's his role, and he's earned it. Last year's postseason reminded everyone why he's still a force. That power doesn't disappear overnight. So all this talk about moving on from him, let's slow down. He's still a threat. And when he's locked in, few hitters in the league can change a game the way he can, but someone will have to make room. Maybe it's Jay Carr, who's been struggling to make contact and hasn't quite found his rhythm. If he has minor league options left, he could be sent down. If not, waivers are on the table. There's also Ben Rice in the mix. He's been used as a catcher late in games and has been exposed to major league pitching. If the team wants to carry a more versatile bat or a backup catcher with upside, he could get more chances too. The dominoes are set. It's just a matter of which ones fall and when. This is the balancing act the Yankees are in right now. They're trying to compete at the highest level while also managing injuries, veteran contracts, and young talent that's knocking on the door. Every move has consequences, and the way they handle the next few weeks could shape the rest of the season, or maybe even the next few years. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. In an unexpected turn of events, the sports world has been buzzing with the latest news. The New York Yankees have pulled off a stunning trade, securing one of baseball's brightest stars, Ronald Acuña Jr., to their already formidable roster. This move has sent shockwaves across the league, especially among fans and sports personalities alike, including Michael Kay, who recently voiced his ecstatic reaction on air. Michael Kay, the renowned play-by-play announcer for the Yankees, is no stranger to expressing his passionate views, but this time, his enthusiasm reached new heights. During a recent broadcast, Kay, known for his fiery opinions and deep love for the Yankees, couldn't contain his excitement about the acquisition of Acuna, the electric outfielder who has been one of the most exciting players in the league in recent years. Kay described the move as a game changer for the Yankees, emphasizing the immediate impact the dynamic Acuna will have on the team's offense, defense, and overall energy. Acuna, who has already established himself as one of the best players in Major League Baseball, is known for his combination of speed, power, and a fearless approach to the game. His consistent performance with the Atlanta Braves, where he has been a key figure in their success over the past few seasons, has earned him numerous accolades, including multiple All-Star selections and a National League MVP award. His explosive bat and ability to steal bases make him a threat on every pitch, and his arrival in the Bronx is expected to elevate the Yankees to new heights. For K, the acquisition of Acuna is not just a boost to the Yankees roster, but a statement to the rest of the league. He spoke about how the Yankees have often been criticized for their reliance on aging veterans and questioned their commitment to building a future-oriented team. However, with the signing of Acuna, K believes that the Yankees are now signaling their intent to build a championship-contending team for the long haul, mixing in young talent with seasoned veterans. The move, he noted, is not just about this season, but about the future of the franchise. K's excitement was palpable as he envisioned Acuña's potential in the Bronx Bombers lineup. This is the kind of move that gets you thinking, world. Series, K said. Acuna is exactly the type of player the Yankees need to return to dominance in the American League, and it's hard to imagine them not being a contender with him in their ranks. While the trade has certainly sparked optimism among Yankees fans, it has also raised questions about how the team will adjust to accommodate their new star. The Yankees roster is already filled with all-star caliber players, and integrating Acuna into that mix will require careful planning from manager Aaron Boone. Nevertheless, the sheer talent and potential that Acuna brings to the table cannot be denied. And it's clear that the Yankees are all in on their pursuit of another championship. As the news continues to dominate sports headlines, one thing is clear. Michael, K and the Yankees fan base are absolutely thrilled with the arrival of Ronald Acuña Jr. This signing is not just a baseball move. It's a bold statement that the Yankees are back in the game in a big way, and they're ready to take on the league with one of the best players in the world. With Acuna now on board, the Yankees' future looks brighter than ever, and the path to another championship has never seemed more within reach. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.